This is how Blood Gulch and Burnt both beat Halo CE's Introduction to the Flood and Halo CE Classic in 3 minutes and 46 seconds on Legendary. The run starts with a similar beginning to the anniversary version of this run, with both runners watching the unskippable cutscene that isn't timed and use a grenade to jump up this hill and skip the swamp, with the only difference between them being Blood Gulch using a plasma to save half a second by jumping over this rock. In the facility, they both do the crouch button jump and break their fall before jumping off of the elevator and using this ramp roof to fly into this shield which breaks the fall from the elevator. Burnt uses a grenade to distract and kill some of the enemies while Blood Gulch just goes for it, both using the assault rifle to push the enemies out of the way of the door and killing a grunt for their plasma pistol, which they won't use until the very end of the run. In the next room, Burnt takes a slightly safe path on the bottom floor while Blood Gulch jumps off of the top floor, both aiming to reach this pillar before using a grenade to grenade jump into the top platform. We're gonna run some geometry inside the platform before crouch jumping into this line of geometry and tie-roping into the last second, where they both crouch jump back inbounds past the flood reveal room, skipping the entirety of it. Into the second elevator, Blood Gulch uses the weird geometry of this elevator to clip inside the wall while it goes down. This allows him to fall into the next roofed ramp slightly earlier than Burnt. Going in the next room, Burnt uses a plasma grenade to jump over to the other side of the broken bridge, while Blood Gulch does Camo Jumo, a trick named that way due to a runner one time misspelling Camo Jump, which involves doing a deceptively difficult jump onto this pillar and then jumping off of it to the other side. The camo they grab lasts long enough to keep them safe all the way until this room, in which they both do a very precise grenade jump to get to the second floor, skipping having to jump onto this debris. Making it to the next room, they walk on the invisible bridge and throw a grenade into the next room to kill the spawning flood as their invisibility runs out. Of course, due to the distance at which each flood spawns, it doesn't kill them all, which brings both runners to a very close end as Burnt is brought to 1 red, and Blood Gulch has a flood friend join him on the elevator. Luckily for Blood Gulch, it was a weaponless flood that joined him, and Burnt was able to survive as they both ride up. Taking the free medkit at the top, both runners run into the swamp, with Burnt using the hill jump to avoid the dangerous canyon and save some time on top of that. Meanwhile, Blood Gulch takes the canyon path, which avoids the minor RNG check with the hill jump trigger. Now in the final area, both Burnt and Blood Gulch aim their plasma pistols to the 2 sentinels that have spawned. The level ends 7 seconds before they're destroyed, so they both use overcharges to take them down in 1 shot. Both of them hit the first sentinel before Burnt aims into these trees here, as the sentinels have 2 spawn locations. So if they're not at the first one, they'll be over here. Blood Gulch got them both in the first spawn and was able to kill the second one after 2 overcharges. Due to Burnt's second sentinel spawning in the trees, he hides away in hopes that his shot hit, while at the same time Blood Gulch turns into the Doom guy as he rips and tears through the flood until the level ends, allowing them both to be 3 for 3 Guilty Spark in 3 minutes and 46 seconds on Legendary. And while I'd end most videos here, I'd like to ask anyone watching if they could help. You see, the runner Blood Gulch that you saw in the video is a friend of mine, and recently had an accident involving his house where the building had caught in fire. He's currently in the process of looking for a new home and could use any support he can get. So only if you're financially able to, because I don't want to force anything. I've left links in both the description and the comments to be able to support him. We both really appreciate it, and even if you can't show any financial support, just spreading the word would be enough for us. Thank you for watching, and thank you for helping.